Evening, so a little bit last minute. We are at 9 to 5 at the Savoy Theatre. Thank you today, Tix, for having last minute seats. We've been trying to get into the show for a little while, but it's nice to see a show that is full to the brim every day. So for those of you that don't know, 9 to 5 is a musical version of the film that was around in the 1980s, starring Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. That's been now updated and has a brand new score written by Dolly Parton. So this is a bit different to what people might think. I think people always assume it's a jukebox musical where there's a film and all the songs of Dolly Parton. The only song that you'll probably know is 9 to 5. All the other songs are brand new songs written especially for the show. So the show's had a bit of a funny, interesting background. It's had a Broadway background, and it didn't do that well on Broadway. The UK tour was lacklustre, but has since been in the West End for a little while now, and actually packing them in. I'll tell you a bit more about the cast. So in the cast we have Louise Redknapp. So Louise Redknapp hurt herself in rehearsals, and she's only been in a week. So she's this is her end of her first week. Also has Natalie McQueen and Amber Davis, who is known from Love Island. Also we have Brian Connolly playing the boss and Bonnie Langford. So quite a star-studded cast. I'll come back to you in the interval and tell you a bit more about how we're getting on, losing my voice, and the usual after-show report. Hi, so what a great day of shows yesterday. You probably saw we were at Little Miss speak again, Teeth In. Little Miss Sunshine in the afternoon and 9 to 5 in the evening. Now, I've got to be honest, 9 to 5 wasn't a show that I was rushing to get to. I saw the UK tour. I've seen a couple of amateur productions, also been in an amateur production of it. So I was a bit like, I'll get there one day and see it. Anyway, opportunity came last night to go, and what a show. It is by far the biggest, happiest, funnest, feel-good time in the West End. So let me tell you a bit about the show. It can sound a bit weird and a bit dark. It's set in the early 1980s. It's based on the film starring Dolly Parton, Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, where the three girls are, I guess they're harassed by their boss on all terms, and are told they're never going to get the promotion, are told that they've got to do stuff they don't want to do, and actually, cut a long story short, they end up kidnapping the boss, keeping him out of the office, and starting running the office themselves. So it's a real girl power thing. The show has got only one, well, the film has got one song in 9 to 5, which we all know and love, and the show has another 14 songs new songs written by Dolly Parton. So people think, oh, it's the Dolly Parton musical. It's their new songs, and big, bouncy, full of life, much like Dolly's personality really. So Dolly does actually appear in the show on Video Link Up. Very crafty, because she does get a lot of good jokes as well, and she makes herself, as we know and love, she kind of takes the mickey out of herself and the audience as well as narrating the action. So that's the show. That it's absolutely beautifully done, and I have to say the choreography is executed with brilliance. The whole thing is in the nicest way as Campus Christmas. It's great fun. It's played for laughs. Let's talk a bit about the performances. So firstly, just in the show this week, she was going to be in it originally until she had an accident, is Louise Redknapp. So Louise, people would know her from Eternal, also know her from doing well in Strictly Come Dancing. Louise plays Violet, the older lady in the show who's kind of got the teenage son. Absolutely brilliant, shows you can do musicals, great voice, fantastic rapport with the audience and the other two girls. The other two girls, Natalie McQueen is the Dora Lee part. I always think it's the hardest part to play, because that is the Dolly part in the film. So Dora Lee is done beautifully by Natalie McQueen. She's funny, she's sassy, she's sexy, and what she's not is she's an invention of a reinvention of Dolly. So she's not just trying to do Dolly and making sure that people know that it's the Dolly Parton part. It's really, she's put her own stamp on it, which is lovely to see. She gets a fantastic song called Backwards Barbie, which you would have heard Dolly sing on one of her albums. She's covered a couple of the songs recently afterwards as well. Big surprise, and I would use the words revelation, is Amber Davis. Amber Davis, I knew nothing about Amber Davis apart from a whole hoo-ha on Twitter that, oh, why has she been cast? Oh, she's done something on TV she shouldn't have done and therefore has got the part. So she was on Love Island. I don't watch Love Island, not going to get into it. But there was a big hoo-ha about this girl shouldn't be in the West End. Amber Davis is every inch of a West End star as everybody else on that stage. She is flawless in her performance, and her vocals blow the roof off the place. She gets a big number in Act 2 called Get Out and Stay Out. And when it came to that one, I did kind of look to my mum and go, oh, you know, how's she going to go? And at the end, I actually said, I wasn't expecting that, and I could speak out loud because it raised the roof. People were cheering and shouting. The other two people that I have to stick out of the show by a country mile and come very, very close to probably stealing the show from the three girls are Brian Connolly as the boss, Franklin J. Hart, and Bonnie Langford, who is literally a British institution, really. Bonnie. So first of all, let's talk about Brian Connolly. So he plays the bigoted, sexist, horrible boss with such adorable, fun, lovability. And he can get away with saying these nasty, sleazy, sexist jokes. And there are a few boos and hisses in the audience, but I think it is just pantomime. And, you know, he's funny and never better than when paired with Bonnie Langford. Now, Bonnie Langford, people will know her. We all know her. We've all seen shows with her. She's been doing it since she was a kid. And that experience absolutely shines and shows. I mean, the woman is in her 50s and she literally tears up her first number, ends up in her skivvies and around Brian Connolly's neck, drops down and then carries on the rest of the number facing to the floor while holding onto his leg. I know 20-year-olds that can't do that. She's absolutely bloody fabulous. Also, she has to walk a few across, a few bits where she walks upstage, and I won't spoil it for you, but she just steals the show with absolutely no lines even. So yeah, it's absolutely fabulous to see those two and the rapport of those two together. So that's Bonnie Langford and Brian Connolly. Now the show is at the Savoy Theatre in London's West End. It is also recently announced a UK tour of this production. So I know the UK tour that went around first time was probably a little bit, I wouldn't say ropey, but a bit cheaper than this one. This looks $1 million. Lighting is fantastic. The show is technical. It is beautiful. It is absolutely laugh a minute fun. We were all out by 10 o'clock at night, and the show delivers on every level. I left feeling what a night out it was, and so glad that I had the chance to get in. So I would 100% recommend it. That is 9 to 5 at the Savoy Theatre. So I would give the show 5 stars. I absolutely adored it. Loved it. We'll go back again. Keep a watch out as well, because I know that some contracts are coming to an end. So I'll be very interested to see who takes over those parts. Those parts are gagging to be played by lots of our West End stars and also some of our TV sort of celebs and actors as well. The other thing I'd say about Bonnie Langford is who knew, not a theatre thing, but her performance in EastEnders has certainly put her on the map. And the lady behind me said, oh yeah, it's Cush's mum from EastEnders, didn't know she can sing and dance. Really? I mean, see her in 42nd Street. She was rehearsing 9 to 5 when she was doing 42nd Street. So that's the woman's a showbiz institution. And I have to say, I saw her in Pret a Manger before the show. I didn't speak to her, but she did have a couple of encounters with some fans, and an absolutely true professional, lovely, friendly, pleasant, full marks. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting about how great Bonnie Langford was. Before the curtain comes down today, you know what you've got to do. Please subscribe. Lots more coming this week. We have in the future, we've got some stuff coming up. What have we got coming up? We have All About Eve. So we're going into the National Theatre live performance, but the recording. So we're not going to the cinema. We're going to be sat in the audience as they beam it to cinemas. And for the fourth time over in the UK, come from away. Also got a New York trip coming up as well, so I'll be telling you about that as well. So before the curtain comes down today, do the usual. Please subscribe. So fabulous to see so many of you, and also people come up to me in the theatre saying, hello, aren't you Andrew? I'm Adam. Bit of a name for myself, but yes, thank you so much for that. It's nice to know that these videos are becoming sort of like liked and respected. So please give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. A thumbs up is always appreciated, and also comments on what you thought down in the comments box there. I'll also stick some links on how to get tickets for 9 to 5. Also, you can follow us on social media. Instagram is Amdram Adam, Facebook is Amdram Adam, and Twitter is Adam Amdram. I messed it up when I set it up. Should have done the other way around. But please give us a follow, interact, subscribe, and like. And we look forward to seeing you on the R's for lots more fun soon. See you soon, everyone.